hi Dilly Ho, and welcome to Hadrian's Forge. I'm Scott, but you know that already. Today, we're going to go take a trip, start a walk down a trip of a blacksmith's duties. Released the blacksmith between 1550 and 1880, which is, other than bringing my technology with me, basically that's the entire realm of skill sets I am shooting for. And that is sharpening and making tools sharp. Well, the first thing I'd like to do is say that the definition of sharp is the intersection of two polished planes. Um, and that's basically all you do when you are sharpening any item, whether it's a chisel, a drill bit, an axe, or a sword, or a knife. You're polishing planes, and so that when they intersect, they're as polished as possible. So that is what the definition of sharp is. There are several types of edge. Primarily, or not primarily, but one is the single, or like this, single bevel. And then you have the symmetrical double bevel, which is and then you have the non-symmetrical bevel, which looks something kind of like. Now this single is primarily, or not. It's also called a chisel. So it's used for chisels, wood planes, lots of varying things use it. This obviously is for like knives, axes, things where the edge needs to be the same on both sides. Now this one, I've only seen it in tools specially made for engraving metal, and they're called gravers. Now I'm not saying that they are the only ones that have non-symmetrical sharp edges, but they're the only ones that I know of. And anyway, we'll be talking about this edge and this edge in later videos. And this edge is the one we'll be talking about today. And with that, isn't that wonderful information? Isn't that worth hitting that subscribe and notify button so you guarantee yourself not to miss more of that wonderful information? Anyway, we will be working, because I will be starting a woodworking channel here in a bit. And it would not be any do good to not have a blacksmith not to have his tool sharp. And I need this for one of the upcoming episodes. And as you can see, I'm not sure you can, but that is here's the bag, here's the sharp edge. So that is definitely a chisel, and I'll take it and hit it with the belt and sharpen it up. Now, on these types of chisel bevels, chisel edges, typically speaking, in the past, you would go to your blacksmith and he would set what would be the primary bevel, which would be this here. And then you, the user, would then, as you need to sharpen it, would sharpen it at a slightly less angle, and then that way you're taking off a lot less. Opposed to taking off this entire strip, you're only taking off little teeny spits. And that's called a secondary bevel. And the other thing that's important on all sharpening is the angle. The lower the angle number, the sharper and better it cuts. But the downside, there's always downside, ups and downs. You gotta, and I've got to compare and walk that line in the middle. But it's very easy to damage the edge and requires more maintenance. The bits I have, they're right around the 50, 55 degree. which is a heavy edge. Gravers and metalworking tools use 60 degrees. Um, yeah, and because it's has a higher, the edge itself uh, doesn't take damage as much as a thinner edge. So if you're cutting things like fish and meat, you'd want a really thin. If you cut things like metal, you want a really fat one. Um, and then of course woodworkers have lots of ranges because they have, you'd want like a 35 degree dealing with oak, but if you're dealing with something like cedar, go down to like something like 20 to do hand shaping. So remember all of that information, and we're going to be taking this bit into the grinding room, or bits, and we're going to go ahead and put the edge on it, or at least, well, this one didn't have all of it done from the factory, but so we'll go ahead and hit it real quick and see what that happens, and we'll go from there. See you in the grinding room. Now, a couple of things here, real quick. When you grind sharpening, some people say it doesn't matter. Some people say you need to go this way. No, I say you got to go this way. That's what my grandfather taught me. That's the way he did it. That's the way I do it. Right or wrong, that's it. So basically, it doesn't take much usually to bring them back. And that was it. Now I need to walk it through a couple more steps to find the hone and get the polish better. But yeah, that's how you do that. Anyway, remember to tell me what you think, what you need to have sharpened next, and I'll see you then. And don't forget, you're all wonderful people. Till next time.